Hello everyone. This short tutorial video is on using charts as a data analysis and presentation tool using Microsoft Excel. So we are going to quickly discuss what's the use of using a chart, or what's the purpose of a chart instead of displaying data, and how we are going to do it in Microsoft Excel. If you see the chart I have on screen right now, you will see this is some sort of wildlife population across 6 years of 6 months of time. So you can see, if you watch the chart, it's easy for us to understand that the population of bears have grown over the 6 months, whereas the population of dolphins have gone down, whereas the population of whales keep fluctuating. This task will not be easy if the data displays as a table. Comparing 20-30 numbers won't be easy. So now you can understand, using a chart gives us more space and convenience when it comes to analyzing data and when it comes to making effective decisions. For example, if somebody wants to understand which species are the most endangered species out of bears, dolphins, and whales, just by looking at the diagram, you will be able to spot that we need to focus more on protecting dolphins. So the charts are very graphical, easy to understand, convenient in decision making, and it's very easy to create in Microsoft Excel. So straight away, we are going to move to our week 4 tutorial. Children, you do not have to submit the week 4 tutorial by 22nd of November, because this is week 4 tutorial and you are expected to submit this by 29th of November. So that is the Sunday after the coming Sunday. So you don't have to submit this by this week. Why I am teaching this earlier than the first 4th week is that charts are included in your assignment 1. This is the sole reason I am going to do this earlier than the scheduled date. Okay, let's share the screen. This is your week 4 tutorial. Graph yearly increase by person. You must have already received the tutorial by email, or else you can download it from the Canvas. So the main topic for this lab is creating diagrams. Your tutor is available for help. You will need the following spreadsheet, and that is exactly the spreadsheet I showed you right now. The graph yearly increase. First activity, download and open the spreadsheet named Graph Yearly Increase by Person. This sheet shows 5 different salespeople with their sales over 4 years. So if you go to the Excel sheet, you will see for each person's yearly increase is here, and less work for you, because for each salesperson, yearly sales have been given for the year 1, and year 2, year 3, and year 4 sales are already calculated and given to you. There's no work for you to do right here. Going back to the tutorial, Following are steps to create a graph, right? The steps might slightly vary, children, based on the Excel version you are using, but more or less it will be similar but slightly vary. Highlight with your cursor cells A9 to E14. So A9 to E14, highlight the cells. After that, select insert, then column, then the first 2D column. So highlight the cells again, go to insert tab, column charts, first 2D column chart. Now you will see a column chart is inserted to show the performance of Jim, Claire, Ted, Kylie, and Jane. Reversing one step, if you look at the numbers, you might agree with me that just by looking at the numbers, it's very easy. It's not easy to find out who performs the best. But if you create the chart like I said, now you can clearly see Jim is performing better than the other people. Right? Okay, now that we created the chart, a graph that looks like this will be generated. Okay, we did that. Include a chart title for your graph. Children, when you insert a chart like this, when you select the chart, you will see there's something called chart tools. When you go to chart tools, you can select different chart layouts. Now click on this layout. Now this layout contains a chart title. If you select this, it's a different title with the numbers. Here you have different chart layouts you can select. So I'm going to select the first chart layout as said in the tutorial and insert a chart layout and click on the words chart title in your graph and type the following yearly increase by percent. So here click on the chart title, right click, you can go to edit text, or sometimes you can double click and you can type yearly increase by percent. Right. Next question. Put the graph on the second sheet. So how are you going to put the graph on the second sheet? You simply click the chart. You can say cut, go to sheet 2, and you can say paste. You can change the size if you want. Name the first sheet as projected increase. So the first worksheet, you are going to name it as projected increase. And the second worksheet, you are going to name it as graphical projection. Change the orientation of the graph to landscape. So the graph, you can go to chart tools. Here you can switch the row or column. Right? If you want, you can select the chart and switch the row and column, or you can keep it as it is. Right? Okay, so I'm going to keep it as it is. And if you want to print the chart in the landscape orientation, when it comes to printing, go to print. Here, you can change the orientation to landscape orientation. Right? So I showed you both the ways, either to switch the columns. Now here, when you switch the column, you can see now the x-axis become the year. So here it shows year by year performance by each salesperson. But if you switch the columns again, you can see person by person performance across the years. So depends on your requirement. Right. Next question. Add footer to the second sheet with your name at the bottom left, page number at the right corner, and date created below page number. So name at the bottom left. However, if you want to insert a header and footer, right? Go to Insert tab, Header and Footer. And here it displays the header. And if you go down, it displays the footer. So what does it say? Name at the bottom left, page number at the right corner. Okay. Here at the bottom left, you are going to write your name. Say Anne Smith. Type your name. Then you are going to insert the page number here, right? At the right corner and date created below the page number. Now page number, in order to get the page number, you go to the header and footer tools. And here, can you see the page number? Just move the cursor to the right bottom right corner and click page number. Press enter and go to the second row, and in the second row you need the date created. So below the page number you need the date, current date. Okay, and when you double click at the sheet you can see it here. I'm going to make the chart a little smaller for you to understand how it looks like when it is included in one sheet. Now, the outlook looks different. Children, if you want that previous outlook, just can you see we go to the page layout at the right bottom corner, and here go back to the normal view. So you can see the sheet like this. Right. Next, move the legend which is currently on the right to the bottom of the graph. Now children, what you mean by the legend? What is the legend? What's the legend here? This is the legend. The legend is the guideline for the chart. So in your right hand, you can see year 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the chart legend. Now you need to put the chart legend to a different place. First of all, you need to get the legend formatting. Right click on top of the legend and go to Format Legend. Now legend position. Now you need it, I think it at the bottom of the graph. So click bottom. Close. Now can you see the legend displays here? You can see the location, position changes to the bottom. Next, add the chart title, Projected Yearly Increase. What is it? Projected Yearly Increase. Next, change the year 1 to year 4 to 2010 to 2013. Now children, you don't need year 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, you need 2010 to 13. So you can go back to projected increase sheet and you can type 2010, 2011, 2012 and 2013. Did you see that it changed? Yes. Do a print preview to check if the footer is correct. So if you want to print this in a printer, if you want to take a hard copy, you want to see how it looks like. Children, I'm going to teach you a little trick here because you might use Microsoft Excel again and again, number of times in your academic study. So Learn Microsoft Excel has an option here called, in the View menu, you have an option called Page Layout. Go to Page Layout. Now you can see the chart is divided among the page 1 and 2. So you need to change the page break. Go to page break preview. Now you will see in here, moment. Okay, you can see the page breaks from here, but now you drag it to the right and get it to the page 1. So you have only one page here. Now go back to the page layout. You will see the chart moves to only to the first page. Now go to print. You go click here, you see the print preview at your right hand side. If you feel you need to do a little bit of resizing, right? One option, you can go to either to the active sheet or you can print only a selection. So in that case, you have to go back and you have to select only what you need to print or the area or you need to print. Go to print and now say print selection. So it will change to selection, but literally it does nothing. Now what you can do is you can change little the other options here. Especially when you change the scaling, say fitting the sheet into one page. And if you change this orientation to landscape, you will see it looks more readable and presentable than the previous one, right? Or you can do no scaling if you want, fit all columns on one page, right, to make it look bigger, right? Or you can do custom scaling options, right? So you can try these options out, and more specifically, as the question asks, check whether Anne Smith and date and page number displays properly, right? Activity 4, children, I leave it for you as a challenge. Now, there's no point of teaching each and every step. Here, what I wanted to teach you mainly is how to use charts. But for you, I'm going to show you another chart, another exercise, so you can quickly try this out. So the number, let's say name and marks. Right, let's create a custom sheet, quick custom sheet like this. And Sam, Jane, Mary, Henry. Oh, sorry, those are names. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add the stream IT, business, IT, business, business. Marks 56, 75, 23, 90, 100. Okay. Now, if you have a data sheet, a quick data sheet like this, and if you want to display the student number and marks in a chart, let's say a column chart once again. Now you can see the columns are at two different places. You don't need these two columns to display. So in that case, how to select the data range is select the first range, click the control button in your keyboard, select the second range. Now you can see only the needed columns are selected. Go to insert column. You can give it a try, a 3D column chart. So for each student, it displays the marks, but you can understand this doesn't make any sense. Switch the columns and see. So still that doesn't make any sense, right? Let's give it a try. Another one. Now, I just want you all to understand charts. Delete. I want to display the student name and marks. Go to insert. Let me display a bar chart this time. Okay, for each student, now this makes sense. The marks are displayed from 0 to, now here they specify 120. Now what if you want to change it to 100? right? Children, when you click, can you see when you double click or right click, you can see something called format axis. And here you can specify many things. You can try them out at home, right? You can decide the maximum axis value, right? The maximum axis value to what value, right? So you can change them leisurely at home, right? Try these things out so that you can learn many things. Not only the column and bar charts, we have many other different charts, right? Although it doesn't make much meaning, without wasting time, let me show you. If you want, you can create a pie chart. If you want, after you have created a pie chart, you can change the chart colors. If you want, you can change the chart layouts, include different values based on the requirement. If you want, you can try switching data, give it a try and see. If you want, you can change the chart type. Maybe you can go for a cone chart, a line chart, right? So you can change the chart type. If you like, you can go for an area chart. So there are column charts, bubble charts. There are many charts, and most definitely in your assignment they might ask one of the chart types or one or two of the chart types. So accordingly you need to generate the required charts. And if you want to do customizations, you can see when you click on this axis and right click, you can see you can go to formatting. If you click on the legend and right click, format legend. If you click on the x-axis, right click, format axis. If you click on the surface area of the chart, you can go to formatting of data series, data labels, right? If you click on the chart area, you can see format chart area. So based on that, right, you can format and improve your chart. Okay, everyone. So this is your how to use Microsoft Excel charts quick tutorial. I hope you find it interesting. I hope you find it useful, and keep practicing Microsoft Excel charts, and that will help to do your assignment one of the sections in your assignment one, and start doing your Microsoft Excel sheet in your assignment one. Keep it done by the next Wednesday. Okay, thank you very much.